Okay, guys, today I'm gonna go over the endocrine system. So it's made up of the hypothalamus, which is considered the boss. So this one has releasing hormones. Releasing hormones are basically it tells the anterior pituitary gland to release the hormone. So it has growth hormone, corticotrophic hormone, gonadotropin releasing hormone, and tyrotropin. So anterior pituitary, oh, I spelled that wrong, is the manager. So it has milk production, LH, FSH, ACTH, growth hormone, and TSH. So prolactin is milk. So it's like whenever when you give birth, the prolactin starts to happen because it's going to produce milk for the baby. LH, I think of it as launch the hormone. So launch ovulations, testosterone. FSH is maturation of sperm cells and ovarian follicles. So FSH, first growing follicles, estrogen, and sperm. ACTH, it's the steroid secretion from adrenal gland and releases the corticoids and mineralocorticoids. Growth hormone just basically helps you grow, and it has TSH. So I think of it as flat pit. So flat as an F, FSH, L, LH, ACTH, and then P, prolactin, G, growth hormone. The TSH is actually releasing the thyroid. The posterior pituitary attacking chitin, so A as an antidiuretic hormone, oxytocin. So antidiuretic hormone is when you're peeing, right? It's like, oh my gosh, you should not pee all the water out, like because it saves the water in your body, so it has fluid retention, so you have your body stay hydrated, so you don't pee everything out. Oxytocin is uterine contraction, so the baby pushes out, and using the hormone oxytocin. Thyroid has T4, T3, and calcitonin. T4, T3 help with cellular metabolism and have iodine. Parathyroid, parathyroid hormone. This was increase the calcium in the bloodstream. Thymus deals with thymosin and it matures the white blood cell. And in the GI, it has the gastrin, which simulates the juices, the gastric juice, and secreted CCK. CCK, like cook kitchen, so it tells the gallbladder to like release the bile in the pancreas to release the pancreatic enzymes. And pancreas, it deals like pancreas as pancakes is in sugar, so insulin decreases sugar while glucagon increases glucose. Adrenal cortex. Yeah, adrenal gland, it breaks up into the cortex and the medulla. The cortex deals with stress, BP, and sex hormones. So basically, it's asking like, what do you need in life? And so what do you have in your life? So you think of stress, BP, and those hormones. So cortisol responds to stress, and the reason why I remember cortisol is because of the one TikTok trend where it's like low cortisol and then high cortisol, and then I realized cortisol means stress. And aldosterone deals with blood pressure. So what it does is it's like, oh, like you should keep some sodium in your body, and it holds up the sodium when you're about to pee. So you're not like losing all the salt. Androgen, it deals with secondary sex characteristics. Glucocorticoids deal with long-term stressors like increased blood glucose, but not as quickly as glucagon. Glucagon. Medulla, I think of it as like mommy makes me stressed. So then it's like really weird. But so it breaks up into epinephrine and norepinephrine, which is deals with fight or flight and increases the heart rate. And these two hormones are in the sympathetic nervous system, which is breaking down into like automatic. So it's broken into a central nervous system and peripheral nervous system, and peripheral breaks up into somatic and automatic. And somatic is like, like voluntary, while automatic is not. So automatic breaks into parasympathetic and sympathetic. Kidneys do it BP, so blood pressure, calcium. So blood pressure, so raises the pressure, calcitroin reabsorbs calcium, erythropoietin simulates the production of RBC. And the heart has AMP, and I don't think you'll see that one. And adipose has leptin, it means let me stop eating. The gonads have ovaries, have estrogen, which stimulates uterine Lining growth regulates the menstrual cycle and facilitates the secondary sex characteristic. Progesterone stimulates uterine lining growth, regulates menstrual cycle, for required for maintenance of pregnancy. Inhibits the release of SSH. Placenta has HCG, which stimulates estrogen, progesterone. Testes have testosterone, which has secondary sex characteristics and promotes spermatogenesis.